But I'm going to tell you something unusual for a Pentecostal holy man. I'm going to talk to you about the Kentucky Derby. Sovereignty is the name of the horse that nobody thought would win. And the horse that they bet on thinking it was going to win was called journalism. Sovereignty beat journalism in a muddy battle to the finish. Why? It was raining, and the mud splattered, and in the mud splattered, slander splattered, world of journalism, the sovereignty of God prevailed, and God's mission, purpose, and predetermined will punched through the slander of the journalist demons of Leviathan and Jezebel. I'm telling you, it was a photo. It wasn't even a photo finish. It was a clear finish. But here's what's interesting. The race itself, if you're looking for numbers, if the fingerprints of God is in the cosmic coincidences of life, sovereignty wins, and it goes out of the gate exactly 7 minutes after 7. The number of divine order, divine perfection. Running on the Hebrew Sabbath. 7 is the number of rest, the day of rest. And so what God predetermined before history began in his sovereign will, boom, shows up and manifests 7 minutes after 7 on the Sabbath of Israel. Sovereignty beats journalism. How long was the race, Brother Lance? 2 minutes and 2 seconds. The nose punches through first. 2 minutes and 2 seconds. What number race was it, Brother Wallnow? It was the 151st Kentucky Derby. And if you look up the number 151 in Hebrew, you will see what the race conveys. In the Greek, the number 151 means obscene and base. You're talking about the Spirit working through journalism. Obscene and base. It's been an ongoing demonic mudslinging. However, in the Hebrew, that same word is Adoram, which is a figure, curiously enough, that was a servant in the house of David who helped build the temple of God. He managed the workforce. And when David's son Solomon hired him to continue managing the labor force, building his projects with the wisdom of God, well, once Solomon died, poor Adoram had to represent his son Rehoboam, and during a period of civil war. Civil war. And he was martyred because he went as a representative of Rehoboam, representing the labor force, and they stoned him, and they divided the country between Jeroboam and Rehoboam, and Israel had a civil war. Judah to the south, Israel to the north. That's how they got 2 names, by the way. That's why Israel goes into captivity to Syria before Jerusalem and Judea collapse into the arms of Babylon some 100-some-odd years later. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Oh, the rider on the horse number 18 in the Greek. I'm not saying this is all true. You can make fun of me if you want, but I'm saying if we wanted to do a deep dive on are there any symbolisms in these numbers, number 18 was the number of the horse. It means empowered by God. Ha-ha! Sovereignty, empowered by God to do good. And the Hebrew word means to fatten or to feed, as you would feed a colt or feed a donkey or feed an oxen with certain food that would fatten it and strengthen it. It's where you get the Hebrew root for the word manger, which is where Jesus was born. You could say that number 18 is fed by good food that isn't defiled, and it runs the race of sovereignty and wins and defeats the obscene and base mudslinging of journalism. Woo-hoo! You can't make this stuff up.